Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. Definitely subscribe and like and comment and share. Oh my God, you can share my content wherever you want. Just share it. Just let it be known. New YouTuber in town. Very peaceful, very cool, very down to earth. Very, very beautiful artist. Dope. New Yorker, all of that. Just let them know that I'm out there. I'm on a YouTube platform. New YouTuber out there just doing her thing. Definitely turn your volume up. I'm not gonna scream, yell. You already know. You already know. It's called respect, and I have it, and I'm gonna always have it. So you already know. But anyway, I'm gonna do a topic video tonight. I'm gonna be talking about, like I said, on some other social medias already. Body positive, and how that's just the biggest thing that's going on right now, and just because the standard of beauty and just stupid stuff, and how they want your body to look, and just it's just out there. So I said, let me do a positive body video, and just let it be broken down from my point of view, only my point of view. This is not everybody's point of view. This is just Tocara's point of view. First let me say, I'm gonna tell you my own story about what happened with me and my body and my weight and stuff like that. But let me say this first. It was a video going around, and it was about this young girl, and I believe somebody in her family, either her cousin or somebody in her family, handed her some tea, some diet tea or weight loss tea. This girl had to be about 10, 11, something like that. And they handed her some diet tea. And for Christmas, it was a Christmas present. They handed this little girl diet tea or slim tea, so it was like weight loss tea, so she could lose weight. And I was like, that was the way that you tell a girl that young that she needed to lose weight. And I admit the little girl was, she was heavy. She was on the heavy side, not too extreme. Trust me, I saw bigger girls than her, but she was a bit on the heavy side. But that's not how you tell a 10-year-old that they are, getting a little up there as far as they weight, and they might need to lose a little weight, for health. That's not how you tell, a young lady that they need to lose weight. That kind of got to me. I was like, I remember being that thick girl myself. My whole life I was, a thick girl, as far as back as I can remember. And, of course you got the bullies. Of course you got the people that, say stuff about you, da-da-da, da-da-da. And my highest weight was around, I want to say like, I think around like 18, 19 or something like that. And I was 265. I was 265 pounds. And of course, my doctor told me, hey, T, you got to bring that weight down. You got to bring that weight down. That's not okay. Pre-diabetic, all of that. You got to be careful. And then he didn't tell me I was pre-diabetic, but he was saying this could definitely, this is what this weight is leading to. Heart disease, like different kind of, chronic illnesses that can hurt your body, high blood pressure, all of that, stuff that comes with that much weight on your body. Also physically, it can hurt you because, your knees start to hurt, your back. Oh my God, you have so many back problems and issues and stuff like that. So physically, it will hurt your body, this weight, carrying this weight. So of course, I didn't want that, and I was like, oh God, I don't want that, da da da. So I did, start to eat a little better and stuff like that, and the weight was coming off, but it was still, I would get it off, and then I would put it back on. I would get it off, I would put it back on. In 2008, and I told you guys this in a previous video, me and my mom and my sister was part of a fire, an apartment fire that happened to us. And after that fire, I had to be hospitalized for a few weeks and stuff like that. And when I came out, because of anxiety and different things, I couldn't, eat properly and stuff like that. I wasn't able to They said because of post-traumatic syndrome or something like that, or, a breathing tube being there and stuff like that. When I would swallow, I would feel like I was like choking on my food or whatever. It was just bad. So I wound up losing a lot of weight. I went from like 260, because like I said, I would lose the weight, put it back on. I went from 260 something all the way down to one, I think my weight was 160 something. Like I lost 100 pounds. I lost a lot of weight to the point my mom thought that I was, bulimic. She thought that something was, I wasn't eating. She thought I wasn't eating, but I was eating, but because I was so afraid of, feeling like I was choking when I was swallowing my food, I was eating a piece of food and I was drinking so much water just to get the food down. I was, I was having anxiety. I didn't know about a panic attack until after that fire. I didn't know what was going on with my body, but I was experiencing like this really weird sensation of, that. And thank God, like I said, I wound up seeing a therapist for that. I wound up doing that because, like I said, I'm gonna always give it a 20% with y'all. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect in this world. So I won't tell y'all everything about my life, but I will keep some certain things real. I'm gonna just keep it real. That's who Toccara is. Anyway, so I dropped down to 160 something. I literally lost like 100 pounds. And I looked at my body and I was proud, but then I wasn't. I was like, I did not like that. I mean, you could see, I took photos, you could see this part of my bone was like protruding. Like I looked like, yes, the weight was off, but I saw bones. Like I saw bones coming out of me. I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable with this. I told my doctor, this is not comfortable. Like physically, I don't feel comfortable with this weight. Like I went from a size 24 in jeans and clothes to a size 10. Yes, a size 10, and I could even fit size 8 sometimes. I was nervous. I went from wearing like 2X, 3X to like, medium. I was like, okay, this is, and it happened, like I said, so drastically. It was so fast because of, like I said, what happened after this fire and stuff like that, and anxiety and panic attacks that I know that can happen after your body experience something traumatic like that. I was in the hospital for smoke inhalation. And like I said, they had to put a tube in and all of that. And then the panic attacks happened after that because it just felt like, that tube was still there for some reason. My body just, it was just a traumatic thing and my body just felt that. So like I said, that's what led it to me feeling like every time I was swallowing, I couldn't get my food down. Like I said, I lost all that weight. But I wasn't comfortable at that weight either. I told my doctor, I was just like, no, I don't like this at all. I don't like this weight. So, like I said, I went to go see, a therapist. We talked about the panic attacks that I was having after, that experience and stuff like that. They gave me something for the anxiety attacks and the panic attacks and stuff like that. And of course, like I said, that helped me eat without, feeling like I was choking or nothing like that. I put the weight, I got the weight came back on, and now I'm averaging about, I never go over 230. I never go over 220. I never go. My rate right now is 224. So I never go over that. Like I never go over that weight. I always promise myself we're not ever gonna go. So even when I catch myself, being a little piggy or having I do eat healthy, but I have like 2 cheat days. So my week consists of 5 healthy days so that I can eat healthy, strictly healthy meals. And then I got 2 cheat days, really like Friday and Saturday. I do cheat days where I can eat what I want, but I'm still cautious. I'm still like, I don't do too much still. I still eat what I want to eat, but it's never too much. Like I don't go out there and order a big triple, something. First of all, let me just say this too. Back in 2020, I became pescatarian, not vegetarian, pescatarian. So I gave up meat. It was a challenge. I said, let me challenge myself 30 days. 30 days to not eat meat. And I did 30 days and I never went back. I just stopped eating meat. I was like, oh, damn, I didn't miss it or nothing. And The beautiful part is they do have a lot of, either vegan or vegetarian or plant-based food out there these days that it's a little pricier, but it's worth it. As far as you can still have a burger, you can still eat what you want, but you don't miss meat at all. Trust me. They even have this bacon that I buy that is so good. That is so good. But yeah, like so I don't miss meat. And I've been that way ever since 2020. I stopped eating. And it's weird because that's the same year I started painting. So a lot of things happened that year besides, COVID and all the negative stuff. A lot of positive things happened too. But yeah, so I don't eat meat anymore, and that helped a lot. That helped a lot as far as my weight, as far as maintaining it, as far as y'all see me with my cups of tea that I come on here and drink, so I stay very hydrated. I make sure I get my water in. I make sure, I do that and stuff like that. But the real reason why I wanted to make this video is to say, you just want to be healthy with your body. As long as you feel healthy, you feel good. You don't ever want to be too big because, like I said, it will physically hurt you. Like I said, as far as your knees, your back, walking up, your breathing. I used to walk upstairs and I would walk up 2 flights of stairs and felt like I was ready to pass out. And my doctor was like, that's that weight. That's that weight. That's that weight, Toccara. That's that weight. I said, cool. So as far as your breathing, and don't have asthma, oh my God, that makes it 10 times I will be a smoker, or that makes it worse. So, you got to be careful with that. But let me go on the opposite end, being too thin. Because like I said, I lost 100 pounds, and I lost that weight fast. I'm talking about within a few months. That did not take a few years. I lost that, in a few months. You don't ever want to be too thin even, like too thin either, sorry. Where, like I said, your bones is protruding, or you're scared to eat, or you're bulimic or anorexia, or you don't ever want that either. And and food becomes an enemy to you, or food becomes just scary to you. You don't want that either. There's a movie out there going around on certain streams too, on certain apps. And it's about this young lady who went from obese. This woman was obese, I think like 600 pounds. And they said she had a weight loss surgery. She lost weight, but then she passed away from anorexia. So she was on both ends. There's a documentary and it's floating around. Just find out what stream. I ain't gonna say the streams. I ain't gonna say the apps because of copyright. I ain't gonna do all of that. So just locate some apps. Just look around. You could type in documentaries. You could type in weight loss documentaries. You could type in whatever. It'll pop up. But yeah, she went from obesity to anorexia and passed away. And I was like, oh man. So she experienced both ends, and wound up, it's still, lost her life, got, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, it can happen on both ends. I don't want people to think that it's just big people. It's just plus size people. It's just obesity people. It's just thick people. It's just no. Even being too thin could hurt you. Even being too thin, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like anemia and also and just it's just a lot of things out there. Like even and I hope I pronounced that right. I always got to catch myself because I'm anemic too. Anemic, sorry. Just certain things, just heart palpitations and you know certain organs can fail being too thin. Hair loss. Your bones can get weak. You know, you're not eating the nutrition. God forgive me for the. I'm rushing, but I'm also, like I said, words are coming in, words are coming out of my brain. Nutrition, you're losing that when you don't eat the right food or you don't eat enough. Your body is not getting that, what it needs, and your bone can lose density. A lot can happen being too thin, too. So don't just look at plus size people or obese people and say, oh my God, that's a weight issue. Being too thin can hurt your body as well, too. So it's on both spectrums. Don't just be up here fat shaming and body shaming and think because you are a size 2 that that's exactly healthy. Because you got these doctors too. They be having these charts in they office and stuff like that. You go in there, oh, for this woman at this age, at this height, they supposed to be this weight. And I'm like, okay, that's what you feel and that's what you think. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, for that person frame, that might not be too healthy for them. You know, being 200 pounds on a person who's 6 feet, that might not be healthy for them. You know, so I know the shorter you are, they say the more you should kind of weigh less because the height issue and like I said once again you don't want that weight on you like that. I get it. But don't have them out there scared to eat and scared to put nutrients in their body because they're like, oh my god, I'm this height, so I shouldn't be it's a balance. I tell people in the world it's a balance, but don't let it be. But don't let it be how you say. Don't fuss over it. Don't become obsessed. That's what the word I was looking for. Don't become obsessed over it. Once you become obsessed over something, it runs your life. And that's why people be, unfortunately passing away at both ends of that. Whether it's obesity or anorexia, they're losing their lives. They're losing their lives over this. So it's a balance. You ain't got to be afraid of food, but, just, and you can enjoy your food, but just, it's a limit. You know in your heart, you're not supposed to sit there and eat half a cake or something like that. But you also know in your heart that it's not that to eat, you know, 2 peas, is not healthy either. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be realistic with some of that stuff. You got to be smart with some of that, and you just got to know, hey, you know, you can have a slice of cake, and that's cool. You can have a meal with some peas with the meal, and that's cool. But you don't, y'all gotta know what. Yeah, come on, man. We all adults, you know. And for the parents out there, you got to teach your kids the same thing. Instead of handing that young lady, that little girl, she wasn't even a young lady. Instead of handing that 10-year-old or 11, how old, I don't know how old she was in the video, but instead of handing that little girl some tea, some weight loss tea for Christmas, and thinking that it was a joke, y'all should have took that young lady to a nutritionist and say, hey, can you help, my daughter with her eating habits. And by the way, this was a 10-year-old or 11-year-old. She was in the age range. Young lady. This was a young girl. She didn't get big by herself. Somebody had to supply that food. They had to give her that food. They had to cook that food. Okay? For her to get to it. So to hand her some Slim Fast tea, whatever, it wasn't that. Sorry, see, it wasn't even that brand. It wasn't that brand. Sorry, my apologies. It was just some type of slim tea. It wasn't that tea because they don't even make tea. They don't even make tea. So to hand her, that tea, whatever brand it was, because it definitely wasn't that. Forgive me for saying that. And please don't flag me for saying that. And well, they shouldn't. Well, whatever. But to hand her that tea, you know, to hand her that and say, and do that as a joke. No, somebody was supplying that food to that little girl. Now y'all want to turn around and bully her and bash her in front of national audiences. And that's the thing. Somebody literally was taping that little girl. And then they had a nerve to post it, all over social media, which I think that's what I'm saying. Everything is not for the internet. Everything is not for social media. Everything is not for a laugh. That little girl's self-esteem is on the line now, and that video is going viral, and everybody laughing. I'm like, that's not a joke. That could haunt her. That could mess up her self-esteem, man. That could lead to her, God forbid, you know, becoming anorexia or worse, or you know what I'm saying? Take that video down. Everything is not a joke. Everything is not a joke. She might not understand that video now, but she will understand it or come across that in her adulthood. And it was like, come on, that's y'all post that video about me. Take that video down, man. First, do the thing you need to do. Take that video down. And secondly, talk to the young lady. Say, hey, from now on, we're going to meal prep. We're going to do some things. We're going to eat a certain way. We're going to do some things. Because like I said, she didn't get that weight on her own. She didn't do that to herself. And then y'all turning around bullying her after y'all helped her get to this weight. And it just shows the parenting. It just shows the parenting. And who was behind the camera taping this? So I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna leave that right there like that. Like, you know, just for any children out there, talk to them, meal prep with them, you know, let them know health wise why it's not okay to be, you know, have too much weight on you. Why it's not okay. Sorry, it's not okay to be too slim either. And too thin either. Talk to your kids, man. Talk to your kids and let them know before society gets to them. Before society gets to them and have their way with them. And then it's like it's too late. So talk to your kids first. Get to them first. Let them know, hey, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a conversation about, food, weight, nutrition. We're gonna have a conversation about some things, and let them know. Like I said, just make sure they're healthy. That's the key word. You know, healthy. You know, as long as they're healthy with their weight and they, no health issues, and they, get them outside, get them to play. I know a lot of kids like to stay inside, even adults. I play games myself, you know, like to stay inside, play the game. They don't really get out, exercise like that, do what they gotta do, and your body feel it. So, get them outside, get them active, you know, do some things with them, But that's what I wanted this video to be about. Just body positive, body positive, you know. Instead of teasing people and hurting their feelings about their body, encourage them, talk to them, have a conversation with them, stop judging them. At the end of the day, none of us is perfect. None of us is perfect. And I don't understand why people, after all these centuries, never got that concept. Y'all so quick to make fun of somebody else, and you're not perfect. Nobody is perfect in this world. So instead of making fun of somebody about their weight or anything, help them. And if you can't help them, don't bully them. Don't make their problem worse. Take that video down about that girl, man. Take that video down and then, talk to her. That could literally harm her for the rest of her life, man. In a worse way. In a worse way. That can backfire on her. So, yeah, that's what I came here to say today. Just, be healthy. Be healthy. Be good. You know what I'm saying? Carry your weight the way you want to carry your weight, but be healthy. Be smart, and just listen. This is life. You can have your cheat days. You can eat whatever the heck you wanted to eat on them days. Don't care what nobody say. But just keep it healthy for the majority. It's a balance. Listen, do 70 good, do 30 the way you want to. It's a balance. Like I said, I have my cheat days. 5 days out of the week, Tocara's unhealthy. 2 days I cheat. And them 2 days I cheat, I just don't go too far. I just don't go too far. You know? I'll eat something out of a restaurant or I'll cook something, you know, but I don't go too far with it. I don't go too far, you know. So, and like I said, it's Friday, Saturday. Come Sunday, I'm back on my health kick. I'm back on it, you know, so my body won't, you know, go too crazy with the, you know, the cheat days. It's a balance. You can still enjoy life. It's a balance. It's a balance, you know. So that's all I wanted to say today on this video. Like I said, stay focused, stay positive, stay beautiful. If you can't help somebody, don't bully them. Don't bully them, especially if you can't help them. And no disrespect, even if you can help them, don't bully them. Because bullying them is definitely not going to help them. So, you know, help people, encourage people, you know, get them outside, get them active, the kids and stuff like that. Even, you know, the adults and stuff, get them outside and, you know, encourage them. And, you know, meal prep. Meal prep is one of the most beautiful things you could do with each other as couples or with the kids. Get them in the kitchen. Teach them about certain nutrients of certain foods. Teach them, like, hey, this is good for the eyes. You know, carrots is good for the eyes. You know, iron is good for the blood. And teach them these things. Teach them, you know, you know, vitamin C and it's good for the immune system. And, you know, teach them. Get them in that kitchen and teach them these things so they know. And tell them it's okay. Listen, you want to listen. You want some ice cream? Eat some ice cream, honey. It's okay. But, you know, just don't, you know, just don't eat. Don't just don't eat too much of it every day, all day. Just don't do that. You know. For the cheat days, give them a little ice cream. For the non-cheat days, give them some sherbet or give them fresh fruit or, you know, y'all know how to balance it out there in the world. Come on now. Y'all know how to teach the kids how to eat healthy and, you know, be body positive. Y'all know what to do out there. So I'm gonna end this video. And like I said, stay healthy, stay beautiful, stay positive, stay focused, and stay kind. Please stay kind. Or for the evil people out there, learn how to be a little bit more kinder. And just be, you know, just stay blessed. All right? I'm out of here. See you guys on tomorrow's video. Peace from a nerd. Later.